Hello, everybody. And we are back. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, internet these days are like, for some reason, are like getting overloaded. Sorry about that. Got a quick disconnection right there. Let's see. Jake, thanks for liking. Give me a second, folks. Let me go ahead and share this. I don't know why it froze. Like, all the internet stuff froze. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just give me a minute. I'm just gonna share this again on my other page real quick. There were tons of amazing questions. I am back, folks. I am back. Sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry for the inconvenience. Let me close all these browsers. Okay. Okay, so Marisol, did you get my last comment? What I basically said, yes, go ahead and click the check mark and continue. There's nothing wrong with that stuff. It's actually good stuff, So go ahead and continue. Okay. All right, folks, I am back. I am back. So what's the last thing we talked about? I mean, tons of good questions. So where did we stop? We talked about the benefits. We talked about the difference between search network, display network, and the samples and the formats of the search network display. Okay, we talked about how on the mobile device how it shows up as well. A couple of samples on the display. All right. Okay. Now we talked about the cost per click, cost per impression, CPM, or cost per acquisition. That means if you want to focus on conversions, which is when people take specific action on your site after clicking on one of your ads, you want to use the cost per acquisition. Like in insurance companies, sometimes they have this form that people need to fill it up, right? So when the visitor hits and goes there and does that action, then that basically means you're going to pay for every cost per acquisition. So you're going to program it on the Google AdWords and pay for those CPA. When that thing happens, you're going to pay a click or something on that. Make sense? So, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. What happened, everybody? They all just got disappeared. We didn't end this. It just froze. All right. Now, as I mentioned, when you choose the campaign type, it determines your ads, right? So the campaign type determines things like, hey, so I got lost in the stream. Did you receive the? Yes, I got the photo, and after I got the photo, everything froze. So basically, what I said, click the check mark and click accept and continue. Basically, what they're saying, I mean, you do have to use analytics anyway, and they're talking about how this new feature called optimization can help you improve and give you some suggestion. Yeah, go for it. I don't know if anyone knows how to go to. Yeah, well, basically, when I go live, Facebook notifies. You get the note. So if they see it, they're busy. They're probably busy doing something else. But once I go live, I get the notification. I hope again. But no worries, you're here. So basically, yeah, click accept and continue. Okay. So now I'm talking about right now. Let's see why this is. So let me show you. When we talk about the campaign type, right? Like the search network, the display, and whatnot. Once you create the campaign, there are three things. The way it's structured, right? The way the ad usually is structured, or the structure of your campaign, basically going to be consists of your Google AdWords account, right? There's going to be your Google AdWords account. You're going to have campaign 1 or 2 or 3. Make sense? And each of this campaign going to have an ad group, right, of 1 or 2. So it depends on how you want to segment it, how you want to organize it. But typically, when you set up the campaign, those are the things that you have to typically look for, right? Let's see. We talked about the bidding strategy. Awesome. Doing it now, great. So you have the campaign tab. This determines that things that like where your ads going to show to customers, whether it's a Google search network, whether it's a display network, that's up to you. If you have the images and graphics ready made, then you're going to select display. But if not, you don't have to select the display network. Okay. Then you have the campaign subtype, and this one will help you to set up additional options that you can use on your campaign, or you can use something specific, right? So for example, if I show you this visual, this probably will demonstrate. Awesome. Okay, yeah, right now they made it a little bit simple. So the campaign going to walk you through for sure. Right, let's see. So basically, this is the structure of your campaign. You have your account. This is your domain address, your account. Campaign number 1. Let's say, take an example of the Electron store. As an example, as you can see, they sell electronics. This is the campaign 1. They want to sell TVs. And the campaign number 2, they want to sell cameras. Right? Now, here's another structure right here. This is much better. This one will show you the main company, the sell electronics, and they have 2 campaigns. 1 to sell TVs, 1 they want to sell cameras. You can only have 1 campaign. It doesn't have to be 2. Some people have 3, 4, 5, 10. Depends on what they want to run the ad for. Okay. So in the campaign 1, you can have, if you have more product that you want to run the ad for. So for example here, Group 1 will have all the keywords, right? So Group 1 will have all the keywords about, 3D TVs, and the Group 2 will have all the keywords about the HD TVs. Make sense? In the campaign 2, Group 1 will have compact cameras, and the Group 2 of the campaign 2 will have SLR cameras, and all the keywords going to be about that. And you can have 1 to 2 or 3 ads set up for each ad group. I know it seems kind of very complicated, but if you want to keep it very simple, you can just start with 1 campaign and 1 ad group for very, very simple basic stuff. So if you want to keep things very simple, you want to get used to it, 1 campaign, 1 ad group, that should be enough based on what you are trying to run the ad for. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. So we talked about the top of the bids, how to set up the account, the campaign, the ad group, right? Because when you set up the ad group, you have to target your audience. It guided me through what I assured were the most search words for us, such as CPR classes. Yep, CPR certification. Excellent. Sometime Google will give you those options based on your business, but you can also go to the Google Keyword Planner, which is part of the AdWords. If you go to the tools, Google Keyword Planner, you can do the research. You can select San Antonio, the city, in top CPR classes. Then Google will give you more than probably 200 to 800 variation of keywords. Then you can select those keywords manually, right? You can also see, you can click on those keywords and it will take you back to the Google's page, and it will show you what kind of businesses are showing up, or what kind of ads are showing up for those keywords. Are these keywords showing similar results like my business? So that's why you do have to invest time in actually doing the keyword research before you start the Google AdWord. Okay, so that's I think it's a common mistake, in my opinion, that you have to first do the keyword research to understand what your customer are typing locally, and if ads do show up for these keyword, because if the ad shows up, that means your ad will also show up. And if these ads show up, are these similar to my business, or are these just different kind of business? Does that make sense? So you do have to spend more time in analyzing and doing the keyword research. Then you go back to the Google AdWord and start adding those keyword manually. Okay. Yes, Google Keyword Planner. So you do have to target because you have to target the audience, right? You have to target the keyword. Yeah, there's something called keyword match type. There's something also called negative keyword. So let's say one of my clients here in the real estate entrepreneurial co-working space business, right? Some of the keyword does not reflect his business, but somehow Google sent the traffic to the ad. So we have to grab that keyword and drop it under the negative keyword extension. That means next time Google's not going to send us traffic for keyword that we don't want it to be clicked for. That's what negative keyword stands for. That doesn't mean it's a bad word. It just means that I don't want this specific keyword to hit the ad, right? Then you also have to look at the display network targeting. Makes sense? Makes sense? All right, awesome. You got it, Melissa? Thank you. It's like as soon the connection dropped, everyone disappeared. Okay. Now let's talk about the match, the type of, let's talk about this thing called match. Here we go. Negative keyword. Yeah, negative keyword, you're not gonna, for example, let's say, negative keyword usually done after you run the ad, because you will see if there is some keywords that is not relevant to your business and somehow you get 1 or 2 clicks from it, then you can put that under the negative keyword. So in the ad area itself, once you run it live, if you find out some of the keyword are not relevant and they're still hitting your ad, then you can grab them and put them under what is it called, negative keyword. Yes. So next time when the ad is running, Google will not show the result for the words, for the keyword that you don't want to be clicked on. For example, if somebody typed, let's say, emergency room near me, and this has nothing to do with the CPR, and for some reason you got the click, you don't want that because you're going to end up wasting money for a keyword that wasn't meant for you. So you're going to grab it and throw it under the negative keyword. So match type. So when you do the keyword research, there is something called broad match and broad match modifier and phrase match, right? Ibrahim. So for example, broad match, women's hats, very broad. Inshallah, okay? So broad match, if you take the example of women's hat, ads may show on searches that include misspellings, synonyms, related searches, and other relevant variations. Okay? Example, buy ladies' hats. Okay? Broad match modifier, you can add the plus sign. So for example, women's plus hats. This one, what does it say? Ads may show on the searches that contain the modified term or close variation, but not synonymous in any order. Hats for women. You see, anything, women's hats, hats for women, womanly hats. That makes sense? It doesn't go beyond that, because in the broad, even though I didn't put a keyword for lady, but they somehow, a keyword for ladies also got the click for. So that's the problem with the broad match. Again, which one should you pick? You got to run the test. If the broad match brings you some of the audience that you thought that they're never going to come to you, but they did, and they took action and they converted, Why not? That's why you have to run these tests. Make sense? So you can run the broad match test, see if that helps. You can run the broad match modifier and the phrase match keyword. That's it. Woman's hat. That means are a phrase and close variation of the phrase by woman's hat. That means exactly the same or similar to the same, right? Not exact, but the phrase itself. Okay. The exact match. That means are an exact term and close variation of the exact term. Woman's hat, woman's hat. Nothing else. Negative match. Women are searches without the term baseball hats. That's not relevant. So I'm not gonna want this keyword hit my ad. Make sense? So one more time. If you want to take a picture right here. Okay, so that way you can see the difference. And this one. So when you run the ad, you can have one group with exact match, another group with the broad match keywords. Make sense? You can organize it like that too. Okay. Any question? Any question, folks? Chris Kane in the house. You want to be Yusufied? Okay. So, any question about the exact broad match? How are your teeth white? My teeth is white because it's Yusufied, man. I use some Yusufied toothpaste. Okay, I just make it in the corner. Some heavy stuff. All right, so now we did talk about the search, the ad format, the account, the campaign, and the the ad group, right? Then the difference between the broad match, exact match. So you have to put all those and organize it. Okay. Now let's talk about the audience reach. You can reach a specific group of people. You can reach an audience based on interest. You can also do remarketing or a demographic. Okay. Let's see. So the first thing, location, language, device targeting. Okay. Let's see, Joe, send me. All right, cool. Now, don't forget the keyword planner. Now, here's a question right here. What makes a good ad word a good ad? What makes a good ad word a good ad? Okay, that's a good question. Let me show you. Folks, anybody has any question? Please do ask. Please do ask. Marisol, will the extra button that I need for a student to sign up for a class on my website cost extra? I don't remember if that was offered. Will the extra button that I need for a student to sign up for the class on my website? No. Depends on what you pick, Marisol. If you pick CPC, cost per click, that's it. For that click, you're going to pay. Now, if you're going to select the CPA, then that's a different format. So my advice is start with the CPC. Okay. Then go to your Google Analytics, set up a goal page to the sign up button. Okay. There's no additional charge there because that information is collected from your Google Analytics. Make sense? So set up the CPC to your website, but on the website itself, on the back end, make sure you have that goal page code already configured. So you can make sure that, okay, I got this many click, how many signed up? Analytics is telling me 5 and AdWord is telling me 20 people clicked on it. Make sense? So try that. So how can you make your ad a good keyword? A good AdWord ad. Man, so many in the sentence stuff like a good AdWord ad. So a good ad is relevant to the keywords in the ad group. Right? So for your business, the CPR, all the keywords that you have is related to the CPR and the classes and whatnot. Make sense? Yeah, CPC is a cost per click. For every click, you're paying. And CPM For every 1,000 times the ad shows up, then you're paying. Okay, and the CPA, whoever clicks on the ad and it goes to the website and they take a second action, then that's called cost per acquisition. Okay. So in order for you to make the ad good, it has to be relevant. The keyword has to be relevant in the ad group that you set it up. Okay. It has to get a high click-through rate. That means if somebody saw the ad and the percentage of click is high, that makes it good. It has to stand out from other competitor. It includes a call to action. An ad with no call to action, what do you think people are going to do, right? It's a mind-boggling that I see some folks run an ad, but there's no call to action. It doesn't say anything. I'm like, what is this? You want people to just figure things out? No, you have to tell them, submit, click, buy, call, that kind of stuff. Okay? And the links on the ad itself has to be relevant to the landing page. For example, let's take an example of the CPR. If you're running an ad for get your CPR certification today, 20% discount, sign up now. I click the sign up call to action extension if you have that, or if I click on the ad itself, it will take me to the landing page. Now, when it takes me to the landing page, you're not taking the visitor to a home page. You are taking them exactly to a page that talks about the class with 20% discount, enter your name and email, and pay. Make sense? So the landing page has to match not just the keyword, but also the copy, the text ad on the ad itself, because there is a level on how Google will give you rating. Sometimes people think if I pay more, my ad's going to be in the top. Not necessarily. You can pay less and still be number one. So there is a certain rules that I'm going to send you a video. In fact, after we finish, I'm going to send you this one video. It's like probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes that Google explains in detail how they implement their ranking system. Okay? Okay. Any question? Any question, folks? It is 5:14 p.m. Central Time right here in San Antonio, Texas. Any more question about how to make the ad to be a good ad? No questions? You're all genius. Let me see if there's any question here. Okay, no question, no question. Okay, let me show something else. Especially Marisol, you're already setting up the ad, so there are a few things you have to take into consideration. Okay, a few things into consideration. Okay, here we go. So 3 helpful questions. Try to think when it comes to your ad to make sure that your ad works for you. Understand this. Target audience is number one. You have to target the right audience, okay? Secondly, it's all about the ad copy, right? So 3 helpful questions. What sets your business apart? Why you are different than the rest, right? What details? Ali, wa alaikum salam. How you doing, my man? How are you? Ads during pandemic? What pandemic? Okay. So what sets your business apart? What details help sell your products and services? And what should a potential customer do next? Right? So if you think of these 3 questions, why they need to choose you? For example, we won an award, or all products are made in the US, we're always on time. Details that sells, battery lasts 8 hours, even in classes available. 10 convenient location. Call to action, buy now, get a free quote, download the catalog. So when you run ad, try to think in this mindset. Try to think in this frame. You know what I mean? Trying to think in this frame. Make sense? So if you want to take a snapshot of this, feel free to take a snapshot of this. Yeah, Ali, of course, people are sitting at home, man. That's an opportunity. That means run more ads, okay? Because if you do things organically, that will take several months. So why not run the ad and capture the audience that are interested, right? So, Marisol, does that make sense? Are you setting up the ad based on this format that I shared with you? do. Okay. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share today. 517. And if you do want to put a budget, you can try with 3 or 500. Even though with the list, it depends on what is the cost of the click. Because when you do run, what you call it, the keyword research, Google will tell you for relevant keywords that you're going to pick, it will tell you what's the average bid, right? So if you selected, let's say 100 keywords, and each one of them gets like possibly anywhere from $1 to 50 cents, then you can do the math, right? So how much you're going to end up spending. So if you're going to start, we recommend that with most of our clients, we recommend that they should not spend less than 1,000. But if you do want to spend less than 1,000, let's say 500, 300, just keep your eyes open to it. Check the ad almost every day to make sure that whatever the clicks that you're getting is not getting wasted, right? Because you can make the changes, excuse me, you can make the changes on the go, all right? What kind of question is this, man? It's called Google Ads 101. Why are you asking me if I'm at home or not? Focus on the topic, Akhi. It's 5 p.m. Okay, we can still hang out. Yeah, no, I'm not staying home. I'm like everywhere. Yes, of course I am. Like, why are people so concerned? We're not staying home. Like, it's all good, man. Don't worry. Melissa, well, Melissa asked me 300 to 500. I mean, you can try with that, but again, it depends what kind of niche, right, Melissa? Because if your keywords, hey, Mark, what's going on? If your keywords has a low prices, like, 50 cents, 20 cents, $1, or less than $1, then yeah, 500 or 300 is a good start if you have that money. But from our experience, like when we do the test with our customers, we have clients that pay like 6-10 grand a month, right? But we like to start with 1,000. Why is that? Because we can collect more data, we can collect more eyeballs. But if you do want to invest 300 a month or even 500, depends on what kind of niche you are in. Because some clients, yes, for 500 it does very well for them. You know what I mean? But you gotta watch. You gotta watch and see if you're getting your investment back. Because if you invest 500, how many clicks you got, how many sales you made. If you made 2,000 in sale or 1,000, 1,500, okay, then that's good. But if you didn't make anything and that money just got wasted, consider it like just a test, right? So whatever money you put, it depends on what is the value of those keywords. So typically, what we do, like the way we look at our clients' website, we do several things. We basically do the analysis, look at the keywords, and also look at what the client wants. If the client wants, let's say I want 50 application or 50 patients. All right, when we do the keyword research, we'll find out what's the cost of each keyword and how much estimate, because in the industry of advertising, they say 2% is considered the standard of conversion, right? So we look at the average cost clicks for this keyword and what is the possibility, like how many, like right now I'm working with one company that they offer some type of help with student loans. Like basically they give them loans with no interest, and in order for them, for example, in order for them to get 50 applications per month, based on the research that we did, he needs to invest, or they need to invest at least 5 grand a month with AdWords to get the 50 application. What does that mean? That means they probably will get more leads, but based on the estimation, an average, if he or she wants 50 customers out of several hundred, then that's going to be their price, right? So typically our team does a lot of research and in-depth research. Then we come with this estimate. Okay, for this price per click, for this many goal that you want, we recommend invest this much, because investing this much will bring you at least this many clicks. Make sense? We wanted the few still open during these times. I don't know how to get that out. That is our rush at the moment. Many healthcare providers are in need and we want them to find us. Marisol, you might want to also use Facebook ads. Facebook ads, Bing advertising, and of course Google. So you do have to let them know that you're available for classes, and you also have to talk about the COVID-19 and the regulation that you're following based on the CDC and whatnot, just to make sure that all of you practice in safety and whatnot, because that's what going to, give some assurance to people, right? The reason people not coming out because, of course, it's a crisis right now, right? Some people are super scared and some are extra cautious, and you know what I mean. But you have to put yourself out there, and the advertising is the only option because people still go online. They spend time on social media. They spend time on Google and Bing. So if you can present it like, okay, class is still available. This is how much it costs. Sign up now. And when they go to the landing page, there you can have all this information about the COVID and CDC and the regulation and whatnot, how we're practicing, what we're doing, how everything is done, just to assure them that you all follow safety. And this is very needed, right? Especially CPR is so much needed right now because what are the rules right now? What does the CDC say about this sort of thing? Like how to handle it in this sort of situation. You know what I mean? Melissa per click, smaller than the niche, the lesser the CPA. The smaller, I mean, Melissa, that's an excellent point. You do want to spend less and get more eyeballs, right? So if you find a relevant keyword that is so cheap, but it can reach more people, great. So 500 probably going to imagine if it cost $1 a click and you had 500 clicks, that means 500 eyeballs. Make sense? Or absolutely, we have definitely done that. Social distancing classes, excellent. I know my friend comes here. We have in a conference room, and they do CPR classes, but I haven't seen them for a while. But yeah, I mean, you can do the CPR following the social distancing. That means not more than 10 people sign up for the class. The way you set it up, have them come, and that's it. That's all people need to do. If you can mention that on the landing page, on the website, on the social, that's what is going to help people, right? But you do have to say that we're open, and you can say to learn more. Here we go. Text into the site and explain everything there, why this is needed, and we're following everything. You can show pictures and whatnot, and there's a discount. That's a selling point because most people don't want to come out. You know what I mean? So try that. And just like I told Shannon, if you want me to look at the ad, how you set it up, just to make sure it's set up correctly, I can have my team analyze it and give you feedback. Okay, whether you can just go with it, if you're good to go, they can just go ahead and run it. Okay. It's up to the individual hospital, clinics, and company. Many still need their staff to stay current. Absolutely, absolutely. So, Melissa, that's the thing. I mean, we when we recommend, we do a lot of research. You know, the keyword research. We do the creative. We analyze a lot of stuff, and after that, we come up with the estimated price based on what the client wants. Right? So there is no set value. Should I put 100 a month or 200 or 300? Do the keyword research first and see how many keyword you want to select. And because Google will tell you for this keyword, this many traffic or this many volume search and this many clicks. Do you see what I'm saying? Ali said, why discount every time in digital campaign? Not necessarily. I mean, Ali, right now, discount depends. I mean, if some customer offer discount because nobody's coming to it, discount is one way to get the customer in. Make sense? That's just one idea. You don't have to do the discount. Awesome, user. Thank you very much for all that you do for us. No problem, Marcel. You're more than welcome. So as I mentioned, for your business, I really believe that you should run Facebook ads because you can select the area. You can select people in the health industry so they can see it. And Facebook is cheaper. And you can also look into Bing advertising. You can also look into Google ads, right? Melissa, yes, Melissa, you're more than welcome. And let me know for which company, Melissa, you're running the ad. Again, if you need help, just the feedback, so we can look at it, let you know, okay, you're good to go, run with it. That's fine, when you run Google AdWords, unlike Facebook ad, there's too much time involved. Like, for example, our team spent minimum 2 hours just to do keyword research to find the perfect one, right? Then to set it up and run it. So that's why there's no set price. When somebody tells you just start with the 500, that doesn't always mean you have to start with 500 or 300 or 1,000, right? So look at the keyword, look at the volume, see what you want to achieve and how much money you're going to invest. If a keyword costs like $2, well, that means, okay, if a keyword costs $5, how much money should I put for this click? Because AdWord will tell you, the Google Keyword Planner will tell you the volume search and the possible percentage of the click, right? So let's say yoga has 1,000 volume search and there's a 50% click. That means for every, if I spend 500 and it costs $5, imagine how many clicks my money is going to be used up quickly. You know what I mean? So I hope that makes sense. Do we need to go live before you analyze the ads, or is there a way to check it before? Yes, there's a way to check before. Basically, when you set up the ad, you just have to give us the account number for your Google Ads, and one of my team will send you an email request. You have to give them that permission, and they just look at it. Okay, so before you run it. Melissa, thanks to you. So yes, trying to get confident in doing this ad to take over these to social soon, much easier. Yes, you also got social ad is much easier. Facebook is the easiest. You know what I mean? TV advertising easier too. Yeah, but Google is, and there's a reason why Google is sophisticated and complicated at the same time, but it really does a lot of stuff. Once you get hang of it, and if you keep doing it over and over and over, eventually it's going to be super easy for you. But initially, it's a lot of work. So that's why if you want to learn more, if you go to YouTube, type Beginner's Guide Google AdWords 2020 or 2019. Most of the videos should be like almost an hour. You can kind of skim through it, or you can just go to the Google Partner Program. They have a bunch of videos like 5 minutes each for every section of the ad. That's another option. Or I can just do another live streaming, going in the back end and showing you guys where to go, where to click. We can also do that next month. Yes, once you give me the account number, I'll have my team tomorrow send you a request. And usually, just so you know, my team spend like an hour to 2 hours. And I do pay them to do that, right? But since you guys are here on the live streaming, I'm not going to charge to run the feedback. Makes sense? So take that opportunity, because it costs like $150 an hour to run the research. But I'll have my team do that, right? Just do the research and give it the feedback. Then it's up to you to run it. If you want to hire us, that's a different story. We can talk about that later, okay? But at least they will spend their time to, because I do need to, with this situation nowadays, I also need to make sure that my team gets paid, okay, for anything that I can help them with. I love the data. Just get over money. Yes. Yeah, I love data too, because data helps me to come with the plan, come with the strategy, right? So that is very important. Okay, so any more questions? Don't forget to share this, tag some of your cool colleagues. If you're on Periscope, share this. If you're on YouTube, share this. If you're on Facebook, tag, invite. I would highly appreciate it. Tomorrow I'm going to post about what subject you all want to learn within digital marketing this month. So I do need a feedback from you guys, and what should be the best time, okay? Because right now, I've just, for this week, I did it at 4 p.m. Let me know what would be the best time to do that. And if you guys need some sort of tutorial, some sort of feedback, we can also do something like that, okay? All right. Any more questions? It is 5:31 p.m. Central Time. Let me know if there's any more questions. Any more questions, please? Marisol, you're welcome. Sorry, internet speed too slow. I had to leave. Well, Ali, guess what? I think in Austin, which is like an hour from here, even in America, we have a decline in the internet connection as well, because everyone's not just working from home, but doing some other stuff online. So it's kind of crazy. I just got disconnected today, or the thing got paused before you showed up. Where do I find my account? It should be in the top right corner, way top right corner. Whereas when you log in, it says um, Google Ad account. Should be on the top. Yeah, when you send the email, but it should be on the top. But it will say the number. Like sometimes it will say MCM something. Yeah, it's a bunch of numbers. Usually it will say customer ID. Do you see the word customer ID? Like customer ID one something something. It should say customer ID. They should be on the top. Yeah, like the ring. You have the ring. You have the circle thing, and there's a question mark. When you click on the question mark, it pops up. Then on the bottom, when you scroll down, it says customer ID. Customer ID number. Do you see it? You have to click on the question icon on the top right corner, right? Then look for customer ID. That should be your Google AdWords account number. So once you message me that in Facebook, tomorrow I will ask one of my team to send you a request, a Gmail request, basically to give them access. Okay. So if your ad is ready, it is not. Make sure the ad is ready, not necessarily launched, but it's just ready, so they can look at it. Okay. And if it's good, we'll give it a thumbs up. Then you can just run it. Okay. Then after some time, maybe after 1 week, if you still want us to check back and see how you're doing, we can also do that. All right, so let me know if you found it. You found it? Perfect. There you go. Perfect. Okay, everybody. Anything else? Any more questions? Ted, what's going on, my man? Thank you for liking. Thank you for liking my live streaming. Okay, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with me here this kind of afternoon / evening, maybe. If y'all have any more questions, send me DM messages. Tomorrow I don't have any topic. I might just do a Q&A session tomorrow, maybe around 4, maybe in the evening. I will also post something tonight about what other subjects you all want to learn for the month of April. Have a good one. Yusuf, stay healthy. Yes, thank you. Gotta be healthy. In fact, I'm waiting on my coach. We're gonna zoom in. I mean, he's gonna zoom, and I gotta do workout, from my place or my home. All right. Thank you, everyone. You all have an awesome day. Stay healthy. Keep moving. And look after yourself, okay? And your loved ones. All right? Affiliate marketing, for sure. Okay. I'm going to post a message tonight, and feel free to share with everybody and ask them, what do you want to learn? And it's going to be a daily thing, okay? On a daily basis. Yes, every single day, I'm going to help you guys analyze your website, talk about these subjects, give you resources, getting lots of emails for that with funnel system. Okay. Awesome. Larry is awesome. Stay healthy. Okay. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good evening. Bye-bye for now.